What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another toy review. And it took me 3 months to find this figure, but finally, as I was going to softball the other day, I finally found him. I don't think Oklahoma's even gotten him until now. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Master TATSU. What a pain in the ass to find. Like I said, it's been about he came out 4 months ago. So yeah, taking a while, but we've got him finally. I really like the packaging. This looks really cool. I like the red. There was a lot going on where the actor wasn't given rights to do the photo reel on his face. I don't know if that was right or not. I heard a lot of that, but we got it. So that's what matters. Let's take a look at the back of the packaging. Really cool. Comes with some odd stuff to kind of fill him out a little bit. We got like a kendo stick. We got a mask. Also comes with the mask that he gets shredded. So looks pretty cool. $34.99. We'll see if he's worth it. Look at the side. On the side. So there you go. Master TATSU. Let's head over to the review table, see if he's any good. All right, here we go. Like I said, about 3 months in the making here. Finally got TATSU. And I got to tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised with this figure. I think he's really, really good. Really well done for a character that's not like armored or helmeted. He's just a basic human, but NECA did a good job. They did a really good job. So let's go over it. Let's take a quick look at him here. I've got the yelling face on, and it looks really good. You will notice there is some bad smudging on my copy here. I should have been a little more picky because when I did find this guy, I actually had two at Walmart the other day, but that is what it is. Just kind of looks like he's got a birthmark there. Whatever, no big deal. Let's take a look at the cloth. Now, this is a figure where soft goods makes a lot of sense. You know, it would make no sense whatsoever for him to have this, soft rubber, kind of like he does throughout the entire outfit. I think that would make no sense. So NECA does a good job usually when it comes to soft goods. Both shredders come to mind where the capes are actually very, very well done. TATSU's no exception at all to that. So a nice look at the pants. The pants got a little bit of a shine. We got a black and gray kind of going on. And then this upper shirt piece is almost like, it's a lot of different colors. Blue, red, a little bit of orangish. And then, we got a little bit of a kind of a waistband here, kind of like Shredder has too, to where we can put some of his weapons in. But I think it's really all about the face sculpt. This screams TATSU. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Very well done head sculpt. He comes with two of them. This one is good. The other one's actually really good as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the figure. This is done very nicely too. This is a place where the soft plastic really makes sense because this is not going to really hinder any articulation or anything like that. They did a good job on the logo. And the back really just kind of looks like the front when it comes to the soft goods. So there you go. This piece is hooked to the belt. The back piece with the shoulder is hooked to the belt. It is also hooked to, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's hooked to the back of him too. It seems to be glued down right there. So I'm not going to mess with that. We don't want to break that. But let's take a quick look at articulation. Of course, his head articulation, pretty good. He looks down all right. Looks up pretty good. Screaming at all his foot soldiers. Head will move all the way around. And then we get a little bit of back and forth. That side actually works better than the other side. Get some good expression. Even with that, you can, you have him yelling all kinds of obscenities to the foot soldiers. Looks really good. We'll take a look at the arms real quick. We just have a single jointed elbow. That's a little bit of a misstep by NECA. I wish that was a little more because he's only getting about 90 degrees, as you can see here. I wish that was a double joint, but is what it is. Also goes out. And a little bit of a, let's see, is there a bicep? Yeah, there's a bicep swivel in there. And his hand will go around mostly, but it does catch up here on the armor. So that is a little bit of a problem too. But again, he's mostly going to be ordering around the foot soldiers. So I don't think he needs to be like super articulated. I think we just need enough to get him in some nice poses with his sword and his fan and all those things that we'll go over in a minute. The waist is going to be massively hindered because of the belt hooking to the shoulder back piece here. He will get a little bit of crunch, as you can see there, but not a lot. a little bit of back. And again, even when you're moving him side to side in the waist, this is going to move and it's going to look a little weird. So you get some, but it's not going to really move with him super great. As far as the knees go, this could be reuse from the foot soldier. I'm not totally sure. We do have double knees, which actually that's pretty smooth for a NECA figure. Usually NECA figures, especially like TMNT figures, I know my foot soldiers, really hard to get a double knee to go all the way, at least on my copies. So good to see that it's, you know, nice and easy to do. I will also mention that on my foot soldiers, the ankles are really loose. On TATSU, really nice. The ankles are nice and snug, not too snug where you feel like you're going to break it, but they're not super loose either where he's going to fall down. So legs look pretty good. We do have some thigh rotation there as well. I don't think we can really get up there too much. And then he is going to be able to do the splits, and his pants are baggy, so it's not going to hinder him. He actually does the splits pretty good, as you can see there. So that looks good as well. And then finally, the ankle joint, super, super good ankle joint. As you can see there, goes all the way back, kicks all the way forward, and then forward facing pin for the rocker joint. So articulated pretty darn well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. All right, he comes with a pretty good amount of accessories, nothing super crazy. We'll start out with some of the weak points. He does come with a fan here. You know, I don't know of anybody who would use this, but if you do want to use it, there's a fan with some nice Japanese art on it, really just black and white. It is a little bit of a softer plastic. There is a little bit of flex to it, so I think that's probably good if you drop it or whatnot, but I really, you know, I mean, if you want to use it, it's there. I will never use that, so that's kind of a waste. Also comes with a kendo stick. You guys collect WWE figures, it'd probably be better for one of those. I don't know why TATSU would have a kendo stick, but there is one. It's got some nice white. I will say the NECA did make it look like wood, so that is pretty nice. But there's not a ton of detail, and you get a little bit of red, a little bit of white, and you know, it's okay, but it's, again, I'm not going to use that. One other part that I thought was kind of cool, the mask is cool. And it's not a separate head. It is an actual mask. I think the one problem, though, is this isn't really one of those stretchy bands. This is actually rubber. And as you can see in there, it's kind of glued to the front of the mask. I feel like if you left this on for too long, it would eventually break. But you never know. The paint is pretty nice. It's glossy. You know, it's got kind of the devil look to it. Again, I'll never use this. I think it's kind of a waste, but it is cool. It is good for display options. Let's go ahead and throw it on him real quick just to show you guys what it looks like. I mean, it fits him pretty good, honestly. Looks okay. It's not terrible. Fits really well. So there you go. I mean, there's a third option for the head sculpt if you want to use it. So not a bad looking accessory. I just, again, I don't think I'll ever use it, to be honest with you guys. Let's get to the accessories I probably will use. So here's the mask that he gives Shredder when we first see Shredder, when they're coronating that foot soldier. That's kind of cool. It kind of looks like a dead fly, but I don't know if it really reads mask, but it is there. So that's kind of cool where you can have him hand it off to Shredder. So that's a nice touch by NECA. Them paying attention to what it is. The accessory I found the coolest was a sword. Sword can obviously be placed in his belt. He's got that kind of stretchy material, like I mentioned before, that Shredder has. A nice look at the sheath. The sheath's cool. It's got different colors, purple, maroon, black. And then the sword itself is a pretty good silver, some gold, and some black. One thing to be aware of, this part likes to come off a lot. Doesn't really click in. I wish they had glued that in. So it does move around a little bit, so be careful with it. But a nice sword, not really anything wrong with it. It's just black gold and a nice blade. Also will mention that it fits in the sheath very well and doesn't really come out. So that's nice too. So I think that's my favorite accessory so far. We also get the alternate head, which that's just iconic. TATSU right there. I know a lot of people have mentioned before, I've seen a lot of videos on this between toy hunts and reviews where the mustache is off. Thankfully, it's not on mine, and I think this is the better executed head sculpt of the two. That being said, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the yelling one because I like the yelling one better. But this is a nice head sculpt. It's done really well. Gives off the shaved head vibes really good. And they really nailed the likeness on both these. Really, really well done. And no problem with that. Also get some extra hands. We get the karate chopping hand. We get the fisted hand that also has some deco issues when it comes to black paint. So that's a misstep. And then 2 more weapon holding hands as well. So there you go. A good amount of accessories for TATSU. Let's go ahead and get him set up with some accessories, and I'll give you guys some poses. All right, so there you go. Good figure. NECA did good on this one. I know a lot of people were waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I think it's really going to complete the turtle display. Can't have foot soldiers without a master TATSU. I do like the extra accessories that they gave us. I think $34.99 is probably pretty close to what we want. Maybe a little bit high considering what we're getting. But still, really worth it. I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8.5 out of 10. I don't buy a lot of NECA, so I can't compare him to a ton, but probably my favorite NECA figure that I've gotten this year. I think he's really well done. And the best thing about him is NECA made him interesting. They made a character that doesn't have any armor, doesn't have a mask. They made him interesting, and he looks good. Good shelf presence. So I like him a lot. You guys get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Can you find him? That's really the biggest thing with him. And right now, only showing up at Walmart. So check your Walmarts if you don't have them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.